Well, what can we really say about that game? That choke job by Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. That was embarrassing, man. Cleveland Cavaliers, they should be headed to the locker room, into the hotel tonight, really thinking about how this game played out, because that was definitely pathetic to give up that large of a lead with 7-8 minutes left to go in this game. And just to go on a little diatribe, a little bit real quick, because I was watching this game a little bit here or there, scrolling through channels, and actually was able to watch some of this game. James Harden, man. I know Donovan Mitchell didn't play well down the stretch as well either, but for the most part, at least statistically, he showed up in the first at least 3.5 quarters of the game. But Cavaliers got to really be kicking themselves knowing that they were on the road with a double-digit lead and couldn't close the deal versus the New York Knicks. You know, James Harden, I mean, it was a damn APB out for him in the second half. I mean, he just was pathetic. 15 points in a conference championship game. We all know what the narrative has been around him the past probably 5 years, but more importantly, most of his career since he's been a top guy, and as he just can't seem to lead a team to a championship, can't seem to perform in big, crucial games like this, in series like this, where he needs to actually perform to get to a finals and show that he can be one of the top guys at the shooting guard position in terms of all time. You've heard a lot of the hoopla over the past weeks, people making crazy, crucial takes about the fact that he can be a top 3 shooting guard of all time in front of D Wade. You saw the nonsense that Patrick Beverley was spewing out of his mouth, and I never really addressed it. I was gonna make a video about it, speaking about that as well, but I chose not to. But I just don't get it, man. The Flash, I wouldn't have to worry about Flash disappearing like that in a game of this magnitude in a conference finals with a chance at an NBA berth on the line. And you come out here and you give me 15 points and shoot 5 of 16. Along with that, have 6 turnovers too. I mean, I feel like we had this conversation about James Harden all the time, bro. He just does not play well when you need him to play well. And he didn't play well in that game 7 against the Pistons. I didn't make a video to that game, but he played like shit in that game as well. Didn't show up, didn't play well, didn't really got carried by Mitchell and the rest of the company in terms of the Cavs. So even tonight, Mitchell played pretty well for the most part. He had damn near 30 points, shot pretty efficiently. He didn't shoot as well from 3. Was playing good on the defensive end, but he had some few turnovers that he definitely could clean up in game 2. You know, if you would have told me before the game that all 5 players on the Cavaliers will all be in double figures in terms of scoring, I would have said the Cavs going to probably have a decent shot to win this game. But Jalen Brunson, man, he stepped up and showed out. He was actually playing okay for the most part. He was having a solid type average game of Jalen Brunson, to be honest. But in that fourth quarter and overtime, he really stepped it up and really performed. 17 points in the fourth quarter. He definitely showed up and showed out. Scored damn near 40 points. Had about 5 rebounds, 6 assists. He played well, and he was torching in that fourth quarter and late in that fourth quarter into the overtime. It was like pick your poison, pick your turn when it came to going at James Harden. Shot after shot he was making, hitting every shot. Seemed like every bucket that was scored, James Harden's right there with a poor contest. And that's another thing that if I were going to make a video about this whole James Harden narrative in terms of him being a top 3 shooting guard, is that, dude, defensively, he's just not there. Defensively, when it comes to him and D Wade, I don't even get how this is a comparison. To me, they're comparable offensively, but tonight showed that it showed. James Harden, just is a cone on defense. Jalen Brunson really got hot just going at him most of the night, and just was torching him in pick and roll scenarios, getting by him like he was standing still. James Harden's poorly contested shots. It's just ridiculous. A lot of other guys kind of stepped up and did their part for the most part. They could have played a little bit better. Like I said, Donovan Mitchell could have showed up late in this game and played better, considering he's more so in his prime than James Harden. But enough of my rambling and my rant. Let's jump into the highlights and see some stuff I did miss. let's jump into the video. If you guys like the video, if you can, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. If not, it's all good. I'm not really tripping. But let's jump right into this. Let's go. Harden, 2 of his 15 points of the night. I'm gonna get off that with him though. This is a game you can't lose though. Good pump fake. Cash. Good shot, Mitchell. Towns is another guy. He has too many APB type games where he's okay but not great. Good play, Mitchell. Good block there, Jared. Good play. Jalen Brunson's one of the best mid-range shooters in the game. Look at that defense. Let me pause that. Go right back. Just look at his defense, man. Just poor defensive effort from James Harden, man. I mean, come on, man. That can't happen. And the fact that nobody really points that out more often than not, that he just plays his poor ass defense and gives bad effort. I know earlier in his career, he actually was not bad defensively in terms of just giving effort. His effort is poor. Pick and roll. Doubling off the pick and roll. Come on, if you're gonna double him off the pick and roll, you gotta. Allen's gotta play a little better defense than that. You gotta cut him off. Of course, we get hit with the ad early, but just even early in the game, the pick and roll, they were just pick and rolling this team to death, and they didn't seem to really have any answers, to be honest. But hopefully in game 2, they're able to show some more effort on the defensive end, because like I said, James Harden was getting roasted. Schroeder was doing the best he can, but he's just an undersized guard. He can't really do much. I needed Robinson to get like 2 more points for a parlay bet that I put in. He couldn't get it. Sam Merrill was part of my parlay. He actually did well in this game. He had like 12 points. He did his part as a reserve player. Tough shot. It's a good shot. The Knicks couldn't buy a bucket from 3 early. They just couldn't buy a bucket. See, Mobley has space, but kind of travel too, to be honest. And one. Should have been a foul. He got pushed. It's a tough make by Mobley. Tough shot by Hart. Good shot with Deion Wade. The Knicks got a lot of talent. A lot of guys that really can use, a lot of bodies, especially at the guard position. You got Alvarado, you got Clarkson, you got Hart. Got a lot of guys. I didn't even mention Bridges. And Anobi too. Another big shot. Another big shot. I thought Mobley could have played better. Like I said, he didn't shoot the ball well. Another 3 of James Harden's 15 points. Tough finish. Once again, Harden being the cone that he is. Good shot, Mikal. Mikal played pretty good in this game. That was a crazy ass shot. When Mitchell hit that, I was like, damn, he might be one of them nights for him. The big shot by Struz. Just pick and rolling them to death. Good shot. They got lucky right there. Way to get back on defense. This third quarter by Cleveland was definitely a good one. Big shot. Yeah, like I said, they just were not good shooting a three-pointer. That was like their second three-point shot that they made. So I'm saying Mitchell had a good game. I know, like I said, he didn't play well in the fourth, or as good as he could have played in the fourth, but he was definitely playing, giving his effort on both ends of the court, defensively and offensively. It was a great move by Mitchell. Good block by Mobley. Good play. That was a good pass by Schroeder. I had him on my parlay too. He got 3 assists like I needed him to get. I just needed Mitchell Robinson to step up and show out, and he didn't. Knicks, I like the defense that Knicks started playing, at least against Mitchell, making it a lot tougher. Getting the ball out of his hands, make somebody else outside of him to beat you, to be honest. So he had a 26. He finished with 29. He had 26 at this point. So there's 9 minutes left in the game. So you're telling me he only scored 3 points in the last 13 minutes of the game, the 8 minutes in regulation and the 5 minutes in overtime. So right there at the 8-minute mark was the last time Donovan Mitchell scored. That can't happen. You up 18 points. And this is where the game really flipped on his head right here. He has 29 points here. He didn't score again in this whole game. Can't have it. Can't have your best player on your team go completely scoreless for 9 minutes in a game. It just... Look at this. That was like one-on-one defensive plays Harden made all game. I just don't understand it. Once again, Brunson all over Harden. Okay, that play right there, another ad, but that play right there, that was actually decent defense by Harden right there. So I give him credit on that. That was actually decent defense. Come on, ad. These ads be killing me. They non-skippable too. They don't make it to where you can skip them. That was one of the plays that Harden actually played good defense. He just was going at Harden play after play after play. They're just it's just literally Brunson just going to work. When he hit that, I knew it was a game after that. That had to be at least 10 points straight that Brunson just scored on Harden. That's where the Knicks got to make a different change on the defensive end and say, okay, we got to put somebody else on Harden. We got to put somebody else on Brunson, excuse me. Big shot. (25-6) run. That was a lucky bounce, but he got it to go. Harden had one shot for the goal. Right, once again, Brunson scoring on Harden, blowing right by him. Pick and roll, a double team. This was halfway in and halfway down. Halfway in, halfway down, halfway out. My bad. He almost hit a game winner. It was close. Once again, blows right by Harden. It's not even like he's using the screen to get by. He's just blowing by his ass. So right on Harden again. Harden didn't. Late close out by Harden. It's a three-pointer for the Knicks. A shot by Strus. The game was cooked at this point. Yep. Cleveland's going to go back to their hotel room and really, really feel terrible about the fact that they blew that game. That's a game you got to steal. You up by damn near double digits like that, up by over 20, and your top scorer goes quiet the entirety of the fourth quarter towards about 9-10 minutes left in the game. 9 minutes in the game and you go completely scoreless and don't contribute anything on the scoring. And Harden only having 15 points and just getting toasted. I counted at least 6-7 possessions in that span of the fourth quarter and overtime where he got scored on or was in the action of getting scored on. Few of the plays he actually played at least a little bit of defensive effort on Jalen Brunson, but not good enough. Too many times where he's just getting blown by. Teams like Knicks, they're going to exploit, especially in key pivotal moments like that, we're going to exploit your worst defender. And Harden, he just got exploited, man. But that's all I got for this game. I'll be back for game 2 in a couple days, so we'll be able to see what happens and see if the Cleveland Cavaliers can make some adjustments defensively and see if Harden can actually wake the hell up and actually play a better game. I expected more from Donovan Mitchell at this point in his career. Like I said, he played an okay game, but when you go scoreless with 9 minutes left on the clock and into overtime where you can't score a bucket, those are things we got to talk about and things got to be highlighted. So but thank you guys all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow if you can. I really, really, really appreciate it if anybody can. And as I always say at the end of my videos, until we meet again.